Many of you know that I've spent the last 10 years as Vice President at Rasmussen Foundation, a family foundation located in Anchorage, Alaska. During that time, I was a proud council member from both Alaska and the Pacific Northwest. Many have asked what I hope to accomplish over the next 7 months in this interim role, and I would like to take a moment to briefly share my thoughts about this role with you. First, it is my commitment to the field to ensure that my local, regional, and national perspectives and experiences of the past 10 years inform my leadership in a way that directly benefits all members. To that end, my primary role is to build the organization's social capital base by focusing on people and relationships. In short, I serve as the organization's Chief Relationship Officer with each of you, our many partners, the board, and our staff. Second, many of you have heard me talk about the relationship between the rate of external and internal change. How an entity does or does not manage that equation determines its relevance to the external world. Membership organizations in some form will always be central to the human experience. Like so many of you, I've been a member of many philanthropic membership organizations. My work as a board member at Philanthropy Northwest and the PRI Makers Network has provided good insight about the realities confronting membership organizations today. I recently wrote in the Council's e-news bulletin, Our Philanthropy, that these organizations are under great stress largely because the rate of external change is typically exceeding the rate of internal change. It's fair to assume that the Council, like many of its peers in the sector, is wrestling with the pace of change as well. That said, I will work with our members, the board, and staff to evolve the Council's culture so that each member is consistently welcomed in a manner you deserve, so that external change is proactively made sense of and framed to enable the leadership and support you expect, so that the organization is both financially sustainable and is the easiest with which to partner or collaborate, either permanently or temporarily for the good of the field, and so that the organization recognizes that what is truly important in our sector is driven by what you do every day in places other than our offices in Washington, D.C. Finally, my role is to promote philanthropy by serving as a primary advocate at every possible opportunity.
I'm going to be speaking for a little while about some of the major breakthroughs. I've had the extraordinary privilege over the last 2 or 3 years to be at the intersection, at the forefront of some of the leading thinkers in technology across many different disciplines and around the world. And I'm going to report to you today some of the things that we've seen and some of the things that I've seen. And I'm going to describe a little bit to kick off the organization I've been building out. So as Tully mentioned, I've been building out global organizations for a little while. I'm actually about a quarter Indian, a quarter Canadian, a quarter European, and about a quarter US or American. I'm highly confused. And I think importantly, I've spent a lot of time building systems for companies, and I spent 10 years in Europe restructuring large European companies, which is why I'm bald. And for those of you who've interacted with large European companies, you'll understand that more than most. So I'm going to start off with describing this new organization I've been building out, and then talk through some of the ideas and breakthroughs that we're seeing coming from that, and then what are the types of things that you can do.